Hi, I'm Mike. Over the last few days, we've been completely reworking the way that we sell cattle here on the ranch. And that's added quite a bit to the project list. But before we can begin our new weaning program, we need cows and their calves here in the corrals. So that's today's project on our Wyoming Life. In our last video, we talked about the cattle market this year and how lower prices that aren't actually covering expenses are forcing us to take a look at how we sell cattle into the food distribution network. That network starts with cattle producers like us, leads to feedlots, and then to packers, and after that, distributors, and then grocery stores, and eventually, your table. Somebody is making money off this chain of events, but it's not the producer. So we have to decide, well, we've actually decided to hold on to our calves as long as we can. We will wean them off their moms, and they'll stay close by home, where we can feed them, and they'll gain weight, and hopefully be worth more than we have into them at some point. We just really have to monitor them and make sure that we don't miss that window. Before we can get that far, we have to get calves sorted off their moms. That was a task that usually took place just a few hours before they were loaded on the truck and taken off to auction. We practice low-stress cattle handling techniques here on the ranch, or at least we try to, but we want to be able to, well, mostly because we want to be able to work our cattle in the safest way possible, not only for the people working them, but for the cattle as well. A stressed, nervous, or scared cow is a dangerous cow. We can make things better on them by just doing some low-stress cattle handling techniques. When we've sold in the past, we of course tried to make it as easy as possible as well, but when you get down to it, we really had a deadline. We had to get the truck loaded, we had sale time waiting for us, and we just had a lot riding on it. That can lead to somebody pushing a cow too hard or mistakes being made. And with our new method of weaning calves and keeping them here at home longer, we have a chance to make a change in how cows are moved here on the ranch in general. This week, we'll be sorting the calves and off their moms. We're going to start the weaning process, and then we'll be moving the cows back towards some better pasture until heavy snow starts to hit the ranch. Then we get to work with their calves here at home, starting a new vaccination program, a new way to start tracking their weights. We'll find out who gains weight easily and who doesn't, and we'll be able to manage diets and make sure that calves are taken care of as best as possible. Before we can do any of that though, we need cows back home. And my truck is right outside here. So we're gonna head down, we're gonna start the process, and I can fill you in on what's going on. Always wear your seatbelt, even if you're just driving around on the ranch, because you never know what can happen. The cows and their calves are currently on summer pasture over 5 miles from home, and we normally would start a process right about now of pushing those cows home. That would entail a few of us on four-wheelers, sometimes we have the help from folks on horseback, and we'd more or less drive the cows home. It's a quick trip that way, only taking a few hours. But now we have an opportunity to try something new and let the cows move themselves. With weather getting cooler at night and during the day as well, the cows are actually moving towards home all by themselves. Most of them have been around at least one winter, and they know that when it gets cold, they'll start getting fed. And deep down, any animal, if you feed them, well, they'll let you. I'm not saying cows are lazy, but they aren't overachievers either. My guess is that if we travel through the ranch, open the gates, and when the weather gets a little bit cold over the next couple of nights, we'll start to see cows and their calves coming towards home. This is an experiment. I don't know if it'll work, but if you don't have to work your cows, then don't. I've always believed in letting them move themselves. Sometimes you can use food as a motivator, but more often than not, you can just go open a gate. They'll eventually find it. Cows are curious creatures, and they always want to move on to the next bigger and better place or adventure. And in the end, if they move themselves, they've made it easier on us too. We don't have to bring out a crew and risk an accident or somebody getting hurt. And when you think of the cowboy lifestyle or even ranch life in general, you may picture somebody jumping on the back of a bull or wrangling a steer, where in reality, if you're running a ranch, one that your family depends on you and other families depend on you as well, you can't afford to get hurt. Work smarter, not harder. And sometimes the work does itself. Even with the cows moving towards home already, just a few minutes after opening the gate, I can head back to my next project, which is waiting for me in the shop with open arms. Hello. Hey Roger, how's it going? All right, man, that sounds great. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Awesome. Jerky is ready. Then again, I can always get a new project. Soon, you're correct, our Wyoming Life jerky will be available on our website. And if you would like to know first, all you have to do is head to ourwylife.com, sign up for our newsletter, and as soon as we have the jerky up on the website, I'll be sending out an email and you can get a head start on getting your order and done. I know today's video is a little bit short, but I want to go get this beef jerky, and I have a few hours drive ahead of me, so I want to make sure that I go and get it and get back in time to start the process of getting it put up on the website. And of course, the cows are just going to meander towards home anyway, and you can keep an eye on them on the website. You're there anyway, you're signing up for the herd report. You go over to, on the top, you're going to click on cameras, and there you can watch a live camera of our pasture, and you can see the cows as they get towards home and they crest over a hill, and you can keep an eye on them, and along with other viewers, you can actually chat while you're there. I'm going to hit the road, but there's lots coming up soon, so please subscribe, and thanks for joining us in our Wyoming Life.